HVAC is one of the most recommended trades on the internet right now. The demand is real. The pay can be real too. But there's a side of this career that doesn't make it into most recommendation videos. Today I'm giving you the real pros and the real cons and the real pay. No filter. I've been in HVAC for 30 years. I own a business, so I'm not a neutral voice on this one. But I'm going to give you documented numbers and let them speak. Today's format is simple. Pros first, cons second, then the real pay breakdown tier by tier. By the end, you'll have everything you need to make this decision with your eyes open. Before we get started, smash that like button, subscribe. All right, let's get into it. The pros. Let's start with what makes this trade generally attractive. The demand is structural, not temporary. The BLS projects 8% growth for HVAC technicians through 2034. That's classified as much faster than average, about 40,000 openings every single year. Heat pump installations are projected to triple by 2030 under federal incentive programs. Data centers need precision cooling. None of this demand is going away. The credential cost is generally low. The EPA 608 certification, the federal requirement to handle refrigerants, costs between $30 to $100. That's the entire barrier to entry. Trade school programs run 6 months to 2 years if you want formal training, but plenty of techs get hired and trained directly by a company willing to teach you. Certification produce measurable documented pay increases. NATE certification, the industry's voluntary gold standard credential, adds a documented 10 to 20% pay premium according to multiple 2026 industry salary guides. In real dollars, that's $5,000 to $10 a year just from one certification. Overtime income is real, and substantial HVAC has a built-in seasonal demand structure. Summer cooling seasons and winter heating seasons both create overtime opportunities. Techs earning a $65,000 base can reach $80,000 to $90,000 with seasonal overtime alone. The business ownership ceiling is real. A residential HVAC service company with maintenance agreements and a trained crew produces recurring revenue that compounds every year. I've lived this arc personally for 3 decades. Quick break. $214, $445, $519. Those are my actual single day earnings in month 1, month 4, month 5 using my brother Shane's content growth engine, and it just keeps building from there. It's a proven system for growing your YouTube channel and generating a full-time income in less than 4 hours a week. I'm not the spokesperson, I'm a paying member. If you want financial freedom, location freedom, and time freedom, the link is in the description pinned in the comments below. Go check it out. The cons. Now here's the honest other side. This is one of the most physically demanding jobs in the trades, and the BLS confirms it directly. According to the official BLS Occupational Outlook Handbook, HVAC technicians have one of the highest rates of injuries and illnesses of all occupations. That's not my opinion. That's the federal government's own published data. Burns from electrical parts or chemicals, muscle strains and sprains from handling heavy equipment, hazardous exposure when handling refrigerants improperly. This is a genuinely higher risk occupation than most people realize before they get in. The on-call reality is non-negotiable. Air conditioners fail on hottest days of the year. Furnaces fail on the coldest nights. Schedules regularly include evenings, weekends, and emergency calls. If being on call during holiday is a deal breaker for your life situation, you need to know that going in. Entry-level pay is generally modest. Entry-level techs in 2026 are typically starting between $42,000 and $48,000. Some sources show entry-level hourly rates as low as $18 to $22 an hour. The big numbers you see in headlines belong to NATE certified senior commercial techs, not first-year residential helpers. Geography creates enormous pay swings. The 5 highest paying states, Alaska, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Minnesota, and Illinois, pay dramatically more than the 5 lowest. West Virginia, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida. The exact same license and the exact same skill can produce a massive difference in take-home pay depending entirely on where you live. The diagnostic learning curve takes real time. Installing equipment is learnable quickly. Diagnosing why a system has failed, reading electrical, refrigeration, and airflow symptoms simultaneously takes years to develop. The first year or two, you'll hit situations where you don't have the knowledge to solve the problem in front of you. That's normal. but is generally frustrating while you're in it. Real talk. You could spend months researching trades, or you could let Coura do it in about 10 minutes. Coura is Course Career's AI career counselor, and she looks at your goals, your personality, your lifestyle, and tell you whether HVAC, plumbing, electrical, construction project management, construction estimating, architectural drafting, or supply chain coordinator is the one for you. Then she drops you into a free intro course so you can actually feel what the work is like before you commit. No degree, no experience. Students have landed high-paying careers in as little as 4 to 12 weeks. Link is in the description and pinned in the comments below. Shortest path from I don't know to I'm in. That's Coura. The real pay, tier by tier. Now let's get into actual numbers. Entry level, 0 to 2 years, 42 to 48,000. Focused on maintenance, assisting senior techs, basic installs. Journeyman, 3 to 7 years, 55 to 80,000. This is the core of the HVAC workforce. EPA certified, working independently, handling complex diagnostics. Senior and NATE certified technicians, 8+ years, 76 to 100,000 plus. This is where NATE certification, commercial specialization, and control expertise really starts to separate pay. Specialized commercial and industrial refrigeration, 85 to 150,000. Cold storage supermarket racks, large industrial chillers, higher risk, specialized training, and pay that reflects both. The national median across all of these tiers combined is 59,810, according to current BLS data. That's the honest middle of the entire trade, not the entry number, not the ceiling, the real median. And here's the number that matters most for your decision. The top 10% of HVAC technicians earn over 91,000 as employees. Business owners routinely earn well above that. The ceiling in this trade is generally high, but it requires years, the right certifications, and often the right geography to get there.
Hi, quick break here. If you'd like to take a free course in Course Careers, click the link below in the description.
So, should you become an HVAC tech? Here's my honest answer. Yes, if the physical risk profile doesn't scare you off, if you can handle on-call scheduling, and if you're willing to invest in NATE certification and specialization rather than staying generalist forever. Yes, if you live in or are willing to move to a high-paying state, because geography is one of the single biggest levelers on your lifetime earnings in this trade. Probably not yet if you need high income immediately, because entry-level pay is modest and the real money takes years to reach. Probably not if the BLS injury and illness statistics generally concern you and you're not confident you'll commit to proper safety practices every single day. That's the real picture. Pros, cons, and pay with nothing hidden. Quick break here. If you're sitting here wondering which trade is actually right for you specifically, I built a free 5-minute tool that walks you through it. Link is in the description and pinned in the comments. Look, HVAC is a strong trade with real demand and a real path to 6 figures. It's also physically demanding, on call by nature, and the big numbers take years and the right certifications to reach. Go in with that complete picture, and you can build a generally great career. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Drop a comment. Are you considering HVAC, or are you already in it? I want to hear where you're at. I read every single one. Catch you in the next video. Peace out.
If you need to learn a trade, go to Zach of all trades.